Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell a movie's entitled Kali. Let's get straight into the storyline. The story begins by showing a video of a family playing in the park. The family looks very happy, but unfortunately, it's all just a video of memories from a woman named Lisa. It was revealed that Lisa was a former French Special Forces officer. At the time, she was consulting a psychiatrist. It was learned that 6 months earlier, Lisa had lost her son to cancer. The incident left Lisa depressed, and for that reason, she decided to retire from the French Special Forces and see a psychiatrist. Soon, the doctor asked where Lisa's husband was. Lisa replied that he was on duty in Rio, Brazil, as an operational agent. He had been away for 3 months and would be returning home tomorrow. The doctor, wanting to make Lisa feel better, asked Lisa to tell him how she met her husband. Lisa explained that she and her husband had been on a joint mission against the mafia in South America. Since then, they have fallen for each other and got married. After recounting these fond memories, Lisa was able to smile again.
C'est la première fois que je vous vois sourire.
The scene moves to Rio, Brazil, where we are introduced to Lisa's husband, Eric. Currently, Eric is being hunted by cartel members, led by a man named Pedro. Although Eric fights them off, he is eventually surrounded and killed.
Où est-il en ce moment?
A few hours later, a French intelligence chief named Susan received news of Eric's death.
Eric Janssen, t'es sûr de toi?
Oui, je suis sûr. J'ai été abattu devant l'ambassade à Rio tout à l'heure.
Susan immediately went to Lisa's house to tell her the sad news. She explained that Eric had died as a result of a conflict with cartel forces led by Pedro. Lisa, of course, could not believe what had happened. Susan then said that tomorrow morning she would take Lisa to Brazil to identify Eric's body because until now his body could not be brought home. After that, Lisa tried to find information about Eric and Pedro, the cartel leader who had killed him. Later that night, Lisa became depressed again. She had just lost her son, and now her husband was leaving her. The depression made Lisa think of doing something stupid, but she wasn't brave enough to do it. At the same time, Lisa found Eric's sleeping pills produced by a pharmaceutical company called VDA. Lisa took a large amount of the drug, hoping that she would be able to go after Eric and their son. The next morning, Lisa, who was expected to overdose, was still healthy and woke up to a phone call from Susan. Lisa seemed surprised that the drug should have made her unconscious, but she only felt a little dizzy. When the call was answered, Susan asked Lisa to prepare as they left for Rio, Brazil, in 2 hours. Long story short, Lisa and Susan arrived in Rio and went straight to the hospital, to the autopsy room. Before seeing Eric's body, one of the agents gave Eric belongings to Lisa, such as a wallet, wedding ring, and a broken mobile phone. When she saw Eric's body, Lisa could not hold back her tears because Eric's body was covered in gunshot wounds. The next day, while at the hotel, Lisa checked Eric's broken mobile phone to find all the contents. After successfully hacking into the phone, Lisa found a video interview explaining that the pharmaceutical company VDA had falsified many drugs in circulation and earned billions of dollars in profits. In addition, Lisa also found many emails discussing the company. Lisa also remembers the sleeping pills from VDA that she took, which did not have any effect. Here, Lisa begins to suspect that Eric was killed not because of a dispute with the cartel, but because he was exposing the crimes of the VDA company. In the afternoon, Susan invites Lisa to return home to France, but Lisa asks Susan to go first. She says she wants to stay another week for a holiday and refresh her mind. After Susan leaves, Lisa wears a Goddess of Destruction necklace around her neck as a symbol that she does not intend to go on holiday, but to avenge Eric's death. The next day, Lisa went to the police station to inquire about the progress of her husband's case.
Madame, il y a un simple lardé.
Les pièces du dossier. Sa voiture les saisit.
The police explained that in Brazil, there is a murder every 15 minutes, so they were not only focused on finding Eric's killer. They also stated that they were still searching for Pedro, the cartel leader responsible for Eric's death. As she was leaving, Lisa secretly took a photo of Pedro and planned to search for him. Lisa then rented a place to stay for a while.
Obrigada.
In the morning, she saw an armed dealer selling illegal drugs. Lisa approached the dealer and asked him where she could buy a gun. Knowing that Lisa had money, the dealer took her to an illegal arms dealer disguised as a tailor shop. The group leader, a woman, asked how much money Lisa had.
T'as quoi?
After Lisa showed her a bundle of money, the woman ordered her men to bring out the weapons. However, the woman began to suspect that Lisa was a cop, and soon, her men were pointing guns at her. After defeating the woman's men, Lisa asked where she could find Pedro. The mother, frightened, finally told her that Pedro was the cartel's leader from the eastern region, and Lisa could find him there.
Dência. We call him Peixão. He belongs to a gang there.
After a while, Lisa arrived at the place and tried to ask the locals about Pedro's whereabouts. However, because Pedro was highly respected in the eastern region, none of the residents wanted to tell her. Finally, Lisa asked a woman who was holding a child. The woman turned out to have a personal grudge against Pedro, so she told her the location of Pedro's hangout. Soon after, Lisa found Pedro having fun with his friends. She remained silent until she followed Pedro to a club owned by his group. Once there, Lisa approached Pedro and showed him a photo.
Célébrité.
When Pedro saw it, he realized that the photo was his, and he asked why Lisa had come to him. Quickly, Lisa pulled out a grenade and threatened Pedro to tell him about Eric's death. However, Pedro refused, and instead ordered his men to attack Lisa. Ultimately, Lisa defeated all of Pedro's men and cornered Pedro. Here, Lisa again asks why Pedro killed Eric, but Pedro still won't talk.
Va te faire foutre. Tu vas finir comme lui.
After experiencing quite extreme torture, Pedro finally wanted to tell Lisa everything. As it turned out, Pedro was only ordered by someone. He had even slandered Eric by putting drugs in Eric's pocket so that everyone thought Eric was involved in drug trafficking. Hearing this, Lisa asked who had given orders to Pedro. In the hope of being forgiven, Pedro confessed that the person who ordered him was a police inspector named Luis. After getting this information, Lisa took Pedro's mobile phone and, without hesitation, finished him off. The scene switches to Luis, the police inspector who had ordered Pedro to kill Eric, Lisa's husband. Shortly after, Luis receives a call from Pedro's number. Luis rushes out of his office to pick up the call. Once outside, he picked up the phone, but it turned out to be a trick by Lisa so that she could identify Luis. After that, Lisa secretly followed Luis until she found his home. The next day, when Luis went out, he was suddenly asked for a donation by a small boy. Luis, annoyed, immediately told the boy to leave, but the boy threw dirt at him instead. Of course, Luis was upset and chased the boy, who then took him to an underground room where he was trapped. Then, Luis realized that the room was filled with petrol. At the same time, Lisa appeared and approached Luis. As it turned out, Lisa was the one who had paid the boy to trap Luis in the room. Lisa then pulled out a lighter and asked why Luis wanted Eric dead. Luis, terrified, finally confessed that he was only ordered by someone named Arthur. Arthur is a businessman in security and escorts for rich people. Luis took orders from Arthur because Arthur often gave monthly rations to the police. Lisa then asked Luis for his mobile phone so she could contact Arthur. However, after the mobile phone was given, Lisa killed Luis in retaliation.
Pas moi.
Later that evening, Lisa was seen checking Arthur's identity. She also contacted Arthur with the excuse of wanting to hire the services of his security company. The next day, Lisa came to Arthur's company, and Lisa now looked like a rich person. Arthur's men in the downstairs room immediately told Lisa to go upstairs because Lisa's name was already on Arthur's meeting list. In short, Lisa met with Arthur. Lisa even saw Arthur's room, which was full of fishing rods and hooks, because Arthur really liked fishing. Lisa then said that she wanted to hire an escort service for her son, who was going to school in Brazil. In the middle of the conversation, Arthur asked about Lisa's business. Lisa replied that she owned many villas and hotels in Rio, Brazil. At that moment, Lisa showed a photo of the villa and hotel that scared Arthur, because the photo was not of the hotel, but of Eric. Before Arthur could call his men, Lisa managed to knock him out. When he woke up, Arthur was already tied to a chair, with his throat connected to a fishing hook connected to the door handle. If anyone opened the door, Arthur's throat would automatically be ripped out. Lisa asked Arthur to tell her what really happened to Eric. Finally, Arthur revealed that the mastermind behind Eric's death was Barbosa. Barbosa is the boss of the pharmaceutical company VDA, which has been circulating counterfeit drugs around the world. The reason Barbosa wants to get rid of Eric is because Eric is trying to expose his company's scandal. Lisa then asked where she could meet Barbosa. Arthur explained that Lisa could meet Barbosa through his son, Junior. After that, Lisa left Arthur's room carefully and locked the door from the outside.
Obrigada.
Shortly afterward, Arthur's men arrived, but found the door locked. Not knowing what was happening, they broke down the door, which caused the fishing hook to pull Arthur's throat. Meanwhile, Lisa managed to get out of there before Arthur's men downstairs realized the action. Hours later, news of Arthur's death began to spread. The police now know that the culprit is Lisa, whose face was captured on CCTV, and Lisa is now officially a fugitive from the police. Not only that, but Barbosa, the owner of the VDA company, also heard the news. He then asked his men to tighten the guard. Elsewhere, Lisa is trying to catch Barbosa's biological son, known as Junior. At that time, Junior was escorted by a loyal bodyguard to a place. Until, on one occasion, Lisa managed to corner Junior's bodyguard. Initially, Lisa wanted to finish the bodyguard, but the bodyguard begged his son, who was in the car, to be asked to get out first. Lisa, who felt sorry, finally did not finish him. The bodyguard also promised to help Lisa, even giving her his business card. Shortly after that, Junior arrived, but he was immediately confronted by Lisa, who told him to drive the car.
Drive.
Upon arrival, Lisa said she wanted to meet Junior's father, Barbosa. Lisa also explained that Barbosa was the one who had killed Eric, Lisa's husband. Then, Lisa told Junior to contact his father. When connected, Barbosa's right hand picked up. After being threatened that Junior would be killed, Barbosa's right hand did not care. He even explained that Barbosa had long wanted to get rid of his son.
Junior was just a pain in the ass in my employer's side. $10 million. In fact, you'd been doing my employer a favor if you'd make him disappear.
Hearing that, Lisa did not finish off Junior, and now Junior wants to help Lisa. Junior said that he was willing to take Lisa to the VDA company factory, which was located in a remote place.
Where is it?
Up north. A few hours by car.
Me leve até lá.
Long story short, Lisa and Junior finally arrived at the VDA company. Junior, the deputy director, could easily get into the factory. There, Lisa quickly installed a bomb before they explored the factory. A mercenary soon realizes that Junior has taken Lisa, who is now a fugitive.
Avisa ao seu Barbosa que o Júnior acabou de chegar.
Meanwhile, Junior explains that the factory is protected by the health minister so that Barbosa can distribute his drugs throughout the country. Junior also explains that Barbosa has enslaved villagers, including children, for forced labor and is watched over by mercenaries. As Lisa and Junior entered the medicine packing room, a mercenary suddenly stopped them. Without hesitation, Lisa finished him off. After that, Lisa asked all the villagers to leave the factory immediately. She also killed another mercenary and did not forget to blow up every room with grenades. In the end, there was a battle between Lisa and the mercenaries. Unfortunately, in this incident, Junior was shot. Feeling that he would not survive, Junior asked Lisa to give him the grenade and told her to leave as soon as possible.
Go!
Engole essa, pai.
Shortly after that, Lisa suddenly remembered her late husband and son, who had died. In the end, Lisa decided to press the bomb trigger to explode with her. After a while, the villagers gathered and approached Lisa, who was lying down. They hoped to save Lisa and immediately took her to the house of one of the residents. Lisa was then accommodated by a mother who had a daughter. The mother had also called the village shaman to treat Lisa. While examining Lisa, the shaman realized that Lisa was pregnant with a child, and she began to chant while giving her a potion. In her subconscious, Lisa dreamt of meeting Eric and her son. However, when Lisa was about to approach them, she saw that she was pregnant. At the same time, Lisa finally woke up after 12 hours of unconsciousness. Here, Lisa seemed disappointed to find herself still alive. The shaman quickly informed her that Lisa was pregnant. Perhaps that was why she was destined to survive.
A morte e a destruição.
C'est pas possible. C'est pas possible.
E a ressurreição.
A few days later, Lisa began to recover and walked around the village. There, she met people whose skin and bodies looked strange. Apparently, some of the villagers had been forced by mercenaries to test drugs from the VDA factory. After that, Lisa tried to contact Susan, the head of French intelligence, and she told her everything that had happened, including that she was now a fugitive in Brazil. Susan took the initiative to send troops to evacuate Lisa.
Tu sais que tu vas pas t'en sortir là.
Que tout, je me suis occupé de l'usine, mais maintenant faut que tu me sors d'ici au plus vite.
At the same time, Barbosa also ordered his men to send mercenary troops to capture Lisa before she escaped from Brazil.
Querida família de volta pro sertão pra comer pedra.
Susan asked Lisa to prepare, because soon, agents from France would take her to the evacuation point.
J'ai retrouvé Richard Dumontier d'Interpol, tu sais, l'agent.
Merci.
Long story short, the French agent in Brazil met Lisa and immediately prepared to take her away. Before that, Lisa said goodbye to a mother and daughter who had taken her in.
Juste, mais elle a besoin de toi. Hein?
Shortly after Lisa left, the village was visited by mercenaries sent by Barbosa. The leader of the mercenaries, Ramos, threatened the villagers to reveal Lisa's whereabouts. One of the frightened villagers told the mother to tell him Lisa's location. The mother, whose daughter was threatened with death, was forced to tell the villagers where Lisa would be evacuated.
Onde ela tá?
Lisa and the French agent arrived at the pickup point 2 hours later. However, there was already a Barbosa sniper stationed at the border, and they were attacked.
On y est. Le point d'extraction est en route.
Fortunately, the pickup team arrived on time and took out the sniper. As the pickup team descended to take Lisa, Ramos's troops arrived, and a battle ensued between them.
Equipe 1, lá! Equipe 2!
At one point, Ramos took out the French agent and cornered Lisa. Ramos challenged Lisa to a duel, but that was a big mistake, as Lisa managed to finish Ramos off. Shortly after that, 2 helicopters arrived to take Lisa back to France. Arriving in France, Lisa was welcomed by Susan. A few days later, Barbosa was seen watching the news about the health minister who had been arrested and would stand trial. In the news, international governments also announced Barbosa as a fugitive. At the same time, Lisa made a video call to Barbosa. She stated that Barbosa would not be able to escape her watch. However, Barbosa smiled and explained that Lisa would never be able to finish him off from France. Lisa replied that it wasn't her who would finish Barbosa off. It turned out that Junior's bodyguard shot Barbosa, who had promised to help Lisa. A few years later, Lisa is seen living in the forest with her now grown-up daughter. She decides to live away from people so no more enemies will pursue her. At the same time, Lisa sees the image of Eric, her husband, smiling at her.